there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing for you guys as a collective, okay? That's what I'm getting. There's something around your situation where in order for you to move forward, to keep going, you are on the right path, okay? You're definitely on the right track towards bigger and better things, new opportunities, growth, particularly around finance, career. But there's a piece of the puzzle missing. And there's a call here to maybe look back on your past, particularly around the lunar eclipse, okay? We've got another one due to come in, a full lunar eclipse in March of this year, so obviously in the next month or so, and it's also around the blood moon, so about 14th or so of March, depending on where you are in the world. Between now and then, it's a good idea to maybe look back on your past situation, particularly around November 2022, which was when the last full lunar eclipse occurred. There may have been some significant situation that you overcame back then, and there's a piece to the missing puzzle from there, potentially, okay? So think back to what you were doing around that time and see how that can help you now, okay? Around some kind of, potentially some kind of toxic situation that you had to deal with back then. But you overcame it. But you will get some clarity around this situation coming up in the lead up to the next full lunar eclipse, especially the next blood moon that's coming up in March. Okay, so let me see what else. But as always, this is a collective read, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But yeah, just keep going. You are definitely on the right track towards really good things that have that potential, to stick around and stay, that sort of long-term stability that a lot of you have been looking for, okay? But yeah, there's, plans to have a discussion. Yeah, like I said, look back on your past, okay? There's someone that you may need to talk to around that. Okay, could potentially be around a masculine energy, a very strong, potentially an Aries energy, that sort of Emperor Aries energy. So someone who's got a bit of authority around them. They could be a boss, or someone who is a boss. They're not necessarily your boss, but someone that has some kind of authority power. You may know them from the past, like you may have known them for a long time, and it may be looking back and talking to them about this situation. But like I said, it is definitely about looking back towards your past now and thinking back, particularly around November 2022. Okay, that seems to be coming up quite heavily for this reading. So think about your situation now, as I said, and make plans to, think about what was going on back then, and maybe have a discussion with someone, a masculine energy, around that same period of time. And maybe just sort of ask a few questions. But like I said, you are going to get the clarity around this, okay? Things are going to balance out. And it may be around a new offer, like I said, that's coming up for you. Like I said, you're on the right path. You're definitely on the right track, but there is this piece that's missing a little bit, and it has made you feel a little bit trapped at this time, okay? But it is about something that is beneficial for you in the long term, okay? A long-term commitment of some kind, especially around finance, career, money, where right now you may feel a little bit trapped around that. You may have very, have to, watch your money, how you're spending and things at the moment. But whatever's coming forward, it's going to balance all out for you, okay? It is coming, and it's deserving of the work that you've been putting in, okay? It is really positive for you. It's just about kind of just making sure that you've got all the information that's nice for you to help you and guide you to keep moving, okay? Because there is this little, I'm not getting it as a massive thing, but a bit of a blockage. Like there's a bit of a standstill because you need this little piece of information so that you can keep going, okay? So just have a think on it. Think about what was going on back in 2022 around November, and maybe have a discussion with someone, essentially a masculine energy, that was around at that same time, that would maybe have the answer for you, that will help you, you know, in this time now, in the present moment. But it is around this long-term opportunity, a long-term commitment of some kind, okay? Potentially around finance particularly, okay? That will definitely help you because, like I said, you've been feeling a bit trapped at the moment, like you sort of feel, you know, you're feeling that standstill. But as I said, during once you've sort of got all that information, things will balance out, okay? It is coming and you will be deserving of this good fortune, okay? It may be around someone that you have cut off from your past. Like I said, something that may have occurred back then, some kind of issue, you know, something that maybe created a bit of an emotional upheaval as well. Someone who was fake with you, but back then. Someone that you did cut off already, like you've had nothing to do with them in recent times. It would have been around to do with a situation with another person, some kind of toxicity that was going on back then. You know, you may gain some clarity. There's something in, you know, you may not, it's not to do with necessarily seeing that person, whoever it was, but the situation. This other masculine energy that you may need to speak with. I'm just sort of covering that up a little bit. Someone that you may need to actually speak with, but who was in the know about this situation, not necessarily the person that you've cut off, okay? Yeah, but it's to do with that situation that was a bit fake, and it led to you cutting ties with someone back then, back in November 2022, okay? However you overcame that will help you now, is what I'm getting, okay? That's what I'm getting. It was around this situation that did create a bit of a toxic environment. I am getting that it has something to do with your money, a money situation from back then, okay? Doesn't necessarily, you know, remember this is a collective read, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind for someone else. But what I'm getting is seems to be more around your money, your finances. So whatever your situation was back then, whatever caused a bit of issues back then, bit of toxic energy around that, around someone that you had to cut off. But yeah, you will get that clarity. This is like extra confirmation of that. You will get this clarity around that. It's very much that Ace of Swords energy as well in the tarot. You know, a bit of a breakthrough is coming around this, okay? And then once you get that information, like I said, you'll be able to move forward. But we'll see what else comes through with this tarot. Yeah, like I said, it's not necessarily that you will need to speak to the person that you cut ties with, but you will need to, there's someone around you that you will need to maybe ask a few questions who was also in the know about that situation back then, okay? Yeah, like I said, it is to do with, it does seem to be a lot more to do with finance. You know, living beyond your means, or living beyond their means, that kind of this fake reality, okay, from back then. But we'll see what else comes through. Yeah. I'm not getting a bad energy from any of this though. This is all going to help you. This is all part of your journey. this is going to help you carry on and move forward towards this really good opportunity that's coming, you know. So, you know, remain open to any kind of possibility around this. Just pay attention to your intuition as always, and, you know, help yourself sort of, you know, guide yourself by using your instincts, your intuition. You know, pay attention to those signs and synchronicities as well, okay? Yeah, there is someone very close to you that will help guide you towards this, okay? And it is about working together with someone so that you can move on from this and move forward, okay? So it is very much you're going to be in collaboration with someone. This is actually very similar to a TikTok read I just did. So you may want to have a look at that reading as well. But it is someone that if you don't know them, but like I said, I think it's all kind of linked. You're talking to someone you already know, that's been around since at least November 2022, but there's also a collaboration here, potentially around a soulmate friendship, a working together with the Three of Materials and the Two of Emotions. This is the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, and that's very much about working together about this situation. Someone that you're very, very close to, or you will become very close to, that will help you with this situation, that will help you so that you can move forward. Okay, this is the Six of Swords in traditional tarot. This is Six of Voices. It's about, you know, leaving that past behind and just moving forward, moving on from whatever situation, you know. So it's all of this is kind of confirmation of what I've been saying. There's definitely someone around you that will help you, okay? This energy, this soul connection that supports you and wants to help you, you know, achieve your goals. And if you do work together, it'll work out really well. You'll get to move on and carry forward, you know, away from this past situation as well, you know. You've already kind of let go of that past situation, but like I said, there's a piece of the puzzle from, you know, something that went about, you know, how you overcame that situation from it in November 2022 potentially. There's something that you did back then that will help your situation now. And like I said, if you work together with someone on it as well, even more so, you know, it'll really help. You don't have to do this alone as well, okay? You really don't have to do this alone. You've got the support of someone, and someone really close to you, someone that you can trust, that you have a really strong connection with in the here and now. But it will be important for you to work together. There is a level of importance where you don't feel like you have to do this alone. Don't feel like you do. But also that there is a necessity for you to work together with someone on this so that you can carry on and keep going, okay? So that'll be key to your situation. Like I say, look back on the past to sort of figure out what's going on, what's that piece that you need to keep moving forward, but also to collaborate and work with someone else on it. That will be kind of the key to be able, so that you can move forward with this Six of Voices energy, the Six of Swords. Okay, so that's coming up quite strongly. Yeah, you're a bit emotional about this, or you will be. There is some emotional attachment to this, I guess, because it's, you know, you're bringing up the past a bit, okay? And you don't want to have any regrets. Again, this is kind of similar to the TikTok reading I did earlier for my collective through that. So it might be a good idea to watch both this reading and the TikTok reading, you know, to sort of help guide you. But there is this element of, you know, you need to sort of try not to worry too much. You are worried about what might happen if you do look back on the past or this situation. Remember that with the Five of Emotions, this is the Five of Cups. There's in the traditional illustrations, there's a couple of cups behind the person, and it's just, don't forget you've got these other opportunities behind you that are coming forward. You just can't see them right now, because there is this missing piece of the puzzle there. Okay. But you don't want to have any regrets, and that's fair enough as well. You don't want to get too caught up in your past. You've done a lot of work towards letting all of that go. So it might be that it's quite difficult for you to have to look back on that situation. But like I said, it will be necessary for you so that you can actually keep going in the right direction. But like with the Eight of Materials here, this is like, if you put the work in for this, it'll pay off. It'll definitely pay off. You've got this brand new beginning. So take action on it. With the Page of Inspiration, this is the Page of Wands in traditional. This is a message coming through as well. Quite a positive one, potentially around an event. Okay, so it may be that what triggers all of this off is what sparks all of this is around an event that you may attend, potentially around someone, like I said, that is connected to whatever happened back in November 2022. And this will kind of be the inspiration, the spark to get the ball rolling with this. Okay. But again, if you put the work in, it'll pay off here. It'll grow and develop into something really good and special and beautiful for you. Okay, in the long term as well. Okay, there's very good energy around this long term committed investment, basically, whether it is to do with your finance, career, situation, money. In the long term, a lot more stable than it might be now for you. Okay, that's coming up very strongly if you put the work in for it now. Okay, but as I said, you've got your doubts. You're a little bit indecisive about your plans for the future. You're not quite sure, but you are still thinking about this is to do with your plans for the future. This is, like I said, the energy is about this missing piece of the puzzle, and this does affect your future and which the direction that you take as well. But it's about stepping out of the plans and taking the action. Okay, with the Two of Inspiration, the Two of Wands, it is about thinking about making plans for your future. But the call is to basically start this new cycle with the world next to it. Okay, the energy of the world, a whole new cycle is about to begin. But you kind of need to keep looking back a little bit now so that you can continue on. But you're on the cusp, you're on that, you're on the edge of it. You just need this final piece so that you can carry on, like I keep saying. But there is about this is a little bit about karmic justice as well. Okay, with that energy of justice, the karmic energy is balancing out again, back around in your favor. Justice being served as well. It might be that you may hear about whatever person, situation that happened back in November, about whatever happened to that person or whatever from back then, getting a level of karmic justice, which also may help you with this situation. Things are definitely balancing out. As I said to you earlier, things will balance out with this situation. Okay, with the energy, it's deserving, it's coming, things will balance out for you. Okay, it's all looking really, really positive. It's just this one little piece that you need to sort of figure out for yourself, but with the help of someone else, this really beautiful connection that you if not already developing with someone else, like this collaboration, working together, putting the pieces together, of the pieces of the puzzle, as it were, you know, bringing it all together, tying up those loose ends so that you can move forward here. You know, that whole Six of Voices energy, the Six of Swords energy. Now we'll just see what the Oracle has to say, what the advice is. So yeah, it's coming through. It's coming through. It may be around this event that, like I said, that'll be the trigger for all of this, to the inspiration. So if you do have any events coming up, like I said, especially between sort of now and the blood moon coming up with the full lunar eclipse coming up in March. So just sort of, you know, expect some invitations, and that may be the trigger to start all of this off. Okay, this one wanted to come out. Yeah, things are being woven. You know, it's all happening behind the scenes. The universe, but you're not quite there yet. Okay, this is that energy of like, because you've still got this missing piece of the puzzle, right? You're still not quite there yet. It's not going to come quite to fruition yet until you've worked all of this out, okay? But it is happening for you, you know, it is being woven by the universe, okay? So we'll just see what else comes out around that. Yeah, it's like you're really close to achieving your goals. It's just this final piece. Yeah, the doors are opening. You're heading towards a new door of opportunity opening. Yeah, but just sort of, you know, surrender to what is coming forward, basically. Look at the bigger picture as well. Just remain open to the different opportunities, things that are coming your way. Remain open to even looking back on the past a little bit here. There is this hesitancy that's coming through that you just don't really want to, you know, because you dealt with that. It was the situation that you dealt with. You've put it behind you. You're moving forward, right? But, you know, just surrender to it and you'll be able to, you know, see why it was important. You know, it'll come through, and then you've got this door of opportunity coming through here. Okay, the doors are opening and the rewards are on the other side of this door, right? So with these together, you know, it's nearly there. You're nearly going to be able to walk through the door of new opportunity. But yeah, as I said, you'll need to surrender a little bit, be a bit open to looking back on the past in this case, okay, because it will help you, and keep working with your spirit team, the guides and everything, as well as with this other person, this divine masculine energy that will help you, okay? And look at the bigger picture. Again, there's the door going through. You know, this will trigger off some more inspiration, you know. Think outside the box. That was something that came through. Again, maybe have a look at the TikTok video as well. Think outside the box, because this opportunity that's going to come through is a bit different as well. But also, you know, think about what occurred around that period of time in 2022 for you, and how you overcame it. What did you do back then? And how can it help you now? Okay, but there is something different about this new opportunity as well, that you may not have thought of. Okay, so that's something to think about here. And just the last few cards for today. Yeah, stay grounded. You do have this new beginning, okay? The solutions will present themselves, okay? It says you will get through this, new solutions and beginnings. It is a new beginning, a new cycle is coming, okay? The door is opening soon, just not quite yet, okay, with these energies here. It's going to be something special. Once you do get through that door, once you have, you know, the solution will come and present itself at the right time. You'll work it out, you know. Work with the universe as well, okay? Like I said, work with your spirit team, work with your guides, as well as the people here on earth that are there to help and support you. You do have this longing for a bit of peace and feeling at home, which is understandable, especially if you do have to, you know, kind of rehash some old things from the past. You're sort of over it. You don't want to have to go through it over again and rehash it. But in this instance, in this particular situation, it'll be important to do it, okay? All right, that's all I have. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribing to my channel will be really, I'll be really grateful to that, for you to do that. If you'd like to book a private reading, I'll have all the information in the description of the video. Otherwise, take care, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Okay.